Hi everyone. It's actually been a long time since I've done a video. It's been nearly 3 weeks. We've had the international break upon us, and it's been a tough time for me trying to predict what on earth can happen in 3 weeks. Whether a team can improve, whether a team can go sloppy. Particularly when you've got players going on international duties, you have to learn new styles of play to play internationally, things like that, and you're always worried that your team's going to come back. Maybe not be tired, but be lacking in some quality. But thankfully today, the team came back. And did not put on a good show, but still managed to claw 3 points away from Brighton, and I'm so happy about it. I don't really have much to say about this match. There's only a couple this season I really have been able to say loads about, but in the case of this one, I was just really relieved by the end of the game that we managed to keep our one goal. Essentially, we played pretty well for the first 75 minutes, and we didn't really do much with the ball. We didn't have many chances, but we looked like we were causing them problems. They were defending really well. I have to hand it to Brighton. For a team that lost today, they played a decent game. They made a lot of stupid decisions and mistakes. I'll go into that a little bit later on. But I feel like we did trouble them quite a bit for the majority of the game. And I don't know if we deserved the win. We definitely deserved something out of the game, and I'm so glad we do, because now we're equal with Brighton and Burnley on points, 33 points. We're just below Brighton on goal difference, but there's so much room where we can now move up the table, and I'm really hoping we can. I'm pretty sure Huddersfield have been relegated. I don't know. They might have been because I saw something during the game that said if all the current scores remain how they are, then Huddersfield will be relegated. So I think they might have been. I can't remember. If they have been, you'll know. You can just research that yourself. But I literally record these immediately after the game. I don't get any notes up or anything. But now we have such a good little platform of safety. We're 5 points ahead of Cardiff. They've got a game in hand over us. Burnley, though, have already got a game in hand. We've already got a game in hand over Burnley, so we have an opportunity there to push even further ahead of Burnley. I'm really excited to see what we can do. But in terms of the grand scheme of the game, our lineup looked a bit different to normal. We actually had 4 at the back, which was interesting. It's going more towards what I think El Yunusi said in an interview, that Hassan Huntelaar wants to go into his favoured 4-2-2-2 formation at the start of next season. That is, I guess, if we stay up. But we started with 4 at the back, and it kind of got me a bit excited that we'd see this 4-2-2 kind of come to fruition. But there's definitely some room for improvement. But we started with Gunn, Valerie, Bednarek, and Yoshi. I think Vestergaard is injured. I can't be sure. Bertrand back in the starting lineup, which is fantastic. Romeo and Højbjerg, Armstrong and Ward-Prowse, Ings and Redmond. There are a lot of players that I didn't really think looked amazing today. Valerie looked very patchy at times. He made a few good pacey runs and just tried to be his good attacking self, but defensively he wasn't winning any aerial battles. He's not the smallest guy. He's not very strong, but he definitely got height on him, so I'm quite surprised he didn't win any of these aerial battles he had. I think our central defenders had a good game. Bednarek had a good game. It's a shame to see him get a yellow card, but oh well. But Yoshi, I think, for the most part, had a decent match. Romeo and Højbjerg, I think, were vital. They just kept running, kept putting challenges in. And if it wasn't for Armstrong, one of them would have probably been my man of the match today. But Armstrong, for me, came in. He hasn't been our most important player as of late. He hasn't looked particularly exciting. He had a couple of games in the middle part of the season where he was scoring a couple of goals and looking really good. One was against Man United, I'm pretty sure. But he came in today, and the commentators were just lauding him over. It was amazing, just seeing how much effort he was putting in running. I think he started the attack for our goal. He just put in a massive shift. He got subbed off, I think, in the 67th minute because we wanted to bring on a defender. That was when Brighton just started building some momentum, which was a very good decision in my eyes. I'm not a huge fan of Stevens this season, but We needed another defender on the pitch because Brighton just suddenly came out of the blocks. They hit the crossbar. They had a penalty shout, which wasn't a penalty. They had a handball shout that would have been another penalty, but wasn't. Referee, for the most part, had a decent game. Up front, nice to see Ings back. He had a couple of opportunities to score in the first half. I think there was an opportunity he should have shot first time. He took a touch and they got a good block in. In the second half that I can remember, there was a point where he could have either turned and shot or just laid off to Armstrong or a player running in, and he chose not to, and I was kind of annoyed about that. But I'm glad that we're conserving his fitness because he's now back in the starting team. But we took him off on the 67th minute for Gallagher, who we haven't seen much of this season. And when he came on, he looked a bit iffy, I guess because we were then in a defensive phase. He didn't get on the ball much, but he was tracking back really well, and that I can respect because he's quite a big guy. I think he gave away a few fouls, but he did look like he did a bit. Right at the end of the game, though, we had an opportunity to score a second goal where their defence made a horrific mistake, and he just took too much time on the ball, got tackled. He could have easily played it into Sims, who could have taken it into the corner. He could have ran towards the goal because Sims came on for Redmond, I think had a brilliant game. He didn't get on the ball that much, but he was running around making a real nuisance of himself, and I was quite happy with him. But Sims came on, and Sims immediately looked like he had this massive burst of energy we need. And really, if we're in the situation where we're one goal up, I don't know whether it's worth sitting back and letting people play off you. It worked for us against I think it was Leicester, but it hasn't worked since really. And I feel like attacking is our best form of defence. Bringing on our fast substitutes like Sims. But I don't know. But he looked fantastic when he came on. I'd love to see him start at some point. There's a couple of changes that could be coming about soon because Lamina's back. He's not at match fitness. That's why he wasn't on the bench today. But he could be coming back into the team, and I'm quite happy with that. But in the grand scheme of things, the game wasn't that exciting. There wasn't many situations where I was that worried or that excited at the prospects of us winning. For the most part, I thought we were going to draw this match. I'm really glad we didn't because we need these points. But our goal, brilliant shepherding of the ball, trying to close it down really early, make them make a mistake, which we did a lot of the game. And whilst Brighton were pretty good defensively, and attacking wise, they just lacked a little bit of quality. Our defence wasn't very good today, really, compared to how they have been. But their defence just didn't, in the middle of the park, they just made a bit too many mistakes, quite a few of them. And we capitalised off of one. Redmond makes a fantastic run, plays in Højbjerg, and Højbjerg's finish is actually insane. Like it's a really, really clever early shot, so the keeper can't spread himself and get in the way too early. And block the shot. It's a really good finish right into the corner, and I'm really glad he's back on the score sheet because I love Højbjerg. I think he's great captain material. He really shepherds the team, and what a player, what a man. But nothing really. Yeah, Huddersfield are relegated. I've just seen it come up on my phone. I think that the game was quite boring. Towards the end, though, that's when my heart rate picked up a little bit. Seeing them create all of these chances, get all these crosses in. Gunn made quite a few saves, maybe not fantastic ones, but vital ones, where they got a good few shots from outside the area in, and we got quite a few blocks in the area as well. There was a really good chance with Murray, and Yoshida just dived in, made sure his hands were behind him, turned his back and managed to get his body in the way. That was a brilliant block. They also hit the crossbar, which would have been a fantastic goal, and I guess they at that point in the match they probably deserved it, but I'm very glad they didn't score from there. But I think the referee had a decent enough game today. There were quite a few soft challenges that I saw today that could have been given either way, and it just seemed that they were being given to Brighton quite a lot. There were some incidents where I wasn't very happy with the Saints players, because Stevens had just come on, booting the ball away, getting a yellow card. Ward-Prowse did the same, particularly with Ward-Prowse. That's a player we don't need getting sent off. Just doing that, kicking the ball away is needless way of time wasting, and it just leaves up to a threat because Ward-Prowse has given away a penalty. I can't remember if it was this season or last season, in a vital part of the season where we were either winning or drawing, and it meant that we lost a couple of points, and that was Ward-Prowse's fault. So I don't want to see him doing that because if he just makes one stupid mistake after that, that's a red card, and we've lost one of our best players this season. He didn't get into the game that much today, Ward-Prowse. I think that's because Valerie looked a little bit off and Ward-Prowse was playing on the right-hand side. It's kind of annoying playing against a team like Brighton because their centre-backs are so huge. You can't play Route 1 football. You can't play from goal kicks into Ings or to Gallagher to nod it down. So I saw that we were always playing it out to our right-hand side and trying to pick out Ward-Prowse, and that just doesn't work. We need we need taller people or to play against short teams because Ward-Prowse isn't going to win any aerial duels, and he didn't. But I think Valerie definitely needs to improve his aerial prowess. Ward-Prowse, I don't know. I don't really know. I felt that our goal kick technique needs some improving, even if it means playing out from the back, which we seem to be quite comfortable with. We made a couple of mistakes today, but not many. And I feel like playing out from the back, like a team like Liverpool or Man City would do, might be a good option for us. Anyway, I'm going to leave this here because I'm just rambling and talking for the sake of talking now. I'm really happy that we've managed to get another 3 points. That's, I think, is it 3 wins out of 4? I can't actually remember. It is three wins out of 4. Yeah. No, I can't fucking I can't remember for the life of me. Anyway, we've got a couple of good games coming up. We're playing against Liverpool at home. Can't see anything happening from there. We're playing against Wolves at home, which might be quite interesting, and then Newcastle away, Watford away. 4 games where I'm hoping to see that we'll get like 4 or 6 points. That's kind of my target. And if we can keep that up, then hopefully the teams below us will give it, make a few mistakes, something like that, and put in a shift. But there's already one team down. Now I can hope that Huddersfield just win all of their games against the teams below us. I don't know if they even have games to play against the teams around us anymore, but they might do, and fingers crossed for those matches. But anyway, let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought of today's game. Leave a like if you enjoyed my feedback, and subscribe to see me talk about every single Saints game this season and hopefully beyond. I don't particularly want to be talking about championship games, so I might have to find some other team or other teams to talk about in that situation, but that's not going to happen because we're looking good. We've got another 3 points today and hopefully we can keep this up. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week on Friday. That's a weird day. On Friday for Southampton against Liverpool, and until then I hope that you have a lovely day, lovely evening, and see you soon. Take care. Bye.